The reason that most people come to see me usually would be because they've lost a lot of self-confidence because their hair is thinning. Over the years, from ages 20 to even my oldest patient has been about 85, they've had issues with thinning hair and self-confidence. And a lot of patients will ask me, they'll say, Dr. Yates, should I have a hair transplant? Does it make sense for me to have a hair transplant? Maybe I'm 80, maybe I'm 20, maybe I'm 40. Am I being vain? You know, and my answer is, well, basically two things. If it bothers you and you can improve it, then I think you should do it if you have good donor hair. What a hair transplant is basically based on supply and demand. Supply is the donor hair. Demand is everything else. I look at a lot of patients that have a great supply and I'll say, listen, you know, this hair in the back of your head is doing you no good. You don't get any style points or beauty points for the back of your head. Yet obviously you're missing a lot of hair up here. How could you not move this hair that's unimportant to your beauty or your overall self-esteem from here to here? I always say, well, I think how could you not do that instead of should you do that? Of course, if everything is right, meaning that they have good donor hair. So that's one of the main questions I get asked from age 20 to 80. Should I do this? And usually it's a resounding yes. Now, are there patients that we say, no, you should not do it? Absolutely. It's just not a green light for everybody. There are some patients, again, it's based on supply and demand, that the supply and the demand, there's a big disconnect. The supply, one, won't support what they want to do. The hair is too weak, or what we call miniaturized, where they won't have a good result. Or just mentally, somehow the patient's not ready. The expectations are like that you're more of a magician, that you can wave a wand and just, you know, plant hair and poof, you know, they'll look like they did when they're 19. And that's always a red flag when somebody comes in who's 30, 40, 50 with their high school graduation picture or prom picture in the baby blue tux with the bow tie and their hairline's right here, and they have a date and, you know, they're wearing a size 29 waist pants and now their waist is a 38 and they want to have, you know, their hairline down here and their hairline's right here. So, you know, expectations in this business is a lot of it. It's just like building a house. You know, what I say is you have to you have to paint a mansion with a can of spray paint. That's basically what we're doing. We're building a mansion up here, or painting a big home, and all we have is a can of spray paint. So what that means is that, you know, we don't have gallons of paint, so we just can't willy-nilly waste things. Every little brush stroke, every strand counts, you know, so we have to keep all this in mind when we do what we do.